Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to the shed. I'm Lonnie.
Hey, I'm Candace. Welcome back. Well, this morning we're going to be leaving here, I guess, in about a little over an hour to go head out to do a pick. We're getting early access basically to a sale. So we're going to go ahead and jump in and pull the orders. Now, the last video we pulled some orders in the afternoon. So technically what you're about to see is not everything we sold in a day, because how many did we pull last night?
Well, it was like 8 items, but only 3 packages, and they're actually sitting right there.
Right, because we had 2 perfume sample multi-quantity. Yep. So yeah, we got those pulled yesterday because we knew we were going to be kind of on a crunch this morning.
We had a big sales day yesterday, man.
We did. It was good.
It was a little over 1,000.
Right.
And then this morning we've already got off to a good start. The last order we're only pulling 3 things, I think.
Yeah.
We're pulling 3 things. The last thing sold this morning, and we should be pulling 5 things, but 2 of those things are at storage. So we should have plenty of time.
Oh yeah, those are going to go UPS, and they always come late in the afternoon. So we'll swing by storage and grab those on the way back, and those will be nothing to pack.
Right.
And we'll show y'all that when we get back, and hopefully we'll show y'all a haul. Stuff we found.
We better.
Yeah.
Something.
Yep. So we're going to go ahead and get right into it so Lonnie can get those orders packed so we can hit the road.
Okay, let's go.
Okay, first thing, 10 Foxtrot. It's a Lomax lot of Spooky Town scenery. Fences, tombstones, cats, skulls, all that good stuff.
Okay, let's see. 10 Foxtrot?
Yeah. It's probably in that bag sitting on top.
Oh, it's in a bag?
I'm imagining.
Oh, it is.
Yeah, they're lightweight and they're in little blister pack things.
Okay, would you come get it? And then I can...
I'm sorry, I should have told you before you sat down on the floor.
I got on the floor. I'm able to get up a little better now, but, I'm still old. Okay.
Yep. Okay, 37.
Wait, yep. Well, you just agreeing with, yep, he's old.
I'm agreeing about having to get off the floor.
You're older than me.
I am. Okay, those sold for $37.50. 2 Alpha Michael Kors duffel and backpack, a little perfume promo set we picked up at the perfume sale that day. I have quantity 2, and so we've sold 1. So that gets all our money back from buying the bags. Yep.
It's 2 bags, like you put 1 bag inside the other bag?
The backpack is inside. I mean,
okay.
I'm very sure we did that, but we'll open and double check.
Okay.
In fact, no, look, it's sitting right here.
Okay,
it's folded up inside.
All right.
I think maybe,
There was another one packed up just like this back there.
$112.49 for that.
So what were you into for that? 15 and 15?
Yeah, so we're into them for 30.
Okay, but still a great profit.
Oh yeah.
Even after, because I don't think I promoted any of that stuff.
That was like a 10% offer, I think.
Oh, 10% offer. So we we probably end up making like 75 or something like that.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
Okay, and then the last item we're pulling this morning, 10 Charlie Transformers Armada Tidal Wave with Ramjet.
That's a good one.
Yep. That one sold for $219.99.
Sometimes I forget we still have higher dollar Transformers.
Yeah, they're sprinkled around here and there, so something to keep in mind when we're moving things around on the shelf, because
I'm always careful with them.
I know, but I was bubble wrapping the expensive ones at the beginning, and then I just got lazy at the end.
Yeah, that one should have been bubble.
Yeah.
It looks like it's fine though.
Yep.
Nobody has
that's a shelf right there that we're not constantly putting stuff off and on and moving stuff around, so I felt pretty good about that.
No, it's pretty safe.
Yeah.
No, we definitely have shelves that are higher traffic than others, and we do think about that.
Yeah.
Well, for one thing, I don't like putting stuff like that on the middle shelves.
Yeah. They can get knocked off sometimes.
They can get knocked off. Well, although we have all this stuff, but we're super careful.
Well, the way things get knocked off is like when you're putting something from the other side and kind of push it in, not realizing you don't have enough room. Like if that other thing was pushed too much this way, so we're not doing that with those little loose glass, breakable things. So
okay, well, good. Man, I love this higher dollar stuff like this. Man.
Yeah, little quick, easy packs for a lot of money.
Yep. All right, I'm going to get to that. And I think the next time I turn this camera on, we're going to be back from the private pick. Actually, the next time I turn the camera on, we'll probably be showing y'all 2 more orders that we got in.
Yeah.
To hurry up and get those out before we show y'all whatever we picked up. So we'll see y'all then. All right, we are back from the pick and back from storage, and man, we picked up some really good stuff. I think. We
got some unique stuff. Let me put it that way.
Yeah, I think we're gonna do pretty well with it.
It helped knowing the provenance of the items, and we'll get into that later. But yeah, we got some cool stuff. In the meantime, we did pick up the door closers that sold. We sold 2 of those Norton door control closers for $54 a pop. And so we're going to get those out. UPS hasn't picked up yet, so we're going to go ahead and get those shipped out.
I'm going to go ahead and hurry up and do that. Then we're going to grab some lunch, but you don't have to wait for that, because in the next clip, we're going to start looking at this cool stuff. Okay, we had lunch, and let me I want to kind of lay it out how this went down. Okay, so we were fortunate that we were the first resellers to set foot in the house, and we also had kind of an idea that there were going to be other resellers coming to the house today. We didn't know for sure. We don't ask. That's not our business.
Right.
But they have some other people similar to us that they bring in. As a matter of fact, the last time we went and picked, we couldn't get over there till late because we didn't prepare like we did today. We couldn't get over to the last house until late. So by the time we got there were like 4 other resellers there, and we saw awesome stuff walking right out the door.
Right.
And I was like, oh my gosh, and they let us know earlier that day. We just couldn't literally not go because we had to get our orders out, and we were busy that day.
Right.
And we weren't prepared. And I don't think you even had a heads up on that one.
I didn't know. And they didn't know till that day or the night before they were going to have that place to go to.
So they, but they did sent the messages out to, whoever. And we didn't get over there, and if we would have went over there right away, we probably would have just really cleaned up, and we still did okay. But we prepared this time because they kind of gave us a heads up at that sale that this house was coming.
Yeah.
So we get there, and we're in like speed pick mode, which I think was the smart. We didn't know what was going to happen after that.
Yeah.
So we just. We did comp some stuff. We weren't real careful about it because we were just trying to move as fast as possible. And as it turned out, only one other picker showed up, but it was good that we got there when we did, because a lot of the stuff we bought probably would have been gone.
Yeah, so we went through the house quickly, and then after that, I kind of went through back the rooms again.
I went through the whole house probably 4 or 5 times.
Yeah. So and okay, so this house was cool. It belonged to, it was vintage stuff, I would say from the 50s through the 70s, 80s, a lot of stuff, from someone who was military and traveled all over the world. So there was a lot of international stuff, which is some really interesting stuff. So it was cool to look through the things.
Yeah, so we picked the stuff. Some stuff we have a loose idea. I don't want to get too much into the prices because I'm not sure. I don't want to overstate it. So we'll just show y'all what we got. We paid a total of how much, Candace?
$400 for everything we're going to show y'all.
$400 for everything we're going to show you in this video.
Yeah.
So let's get to it. Okay, here's a hat that we're going to put in our hat box for a few years.
So the guy was a sailor. In fact, I saw a vintage sailor uniform. So I'm a naval sailor. So I'm thinking maybe this is where he served, at least at some point.
LHD1. I don't even know what kind of craft that is. It's a neat looking hat though.
It is. I like the it's like a dragonfly with 2 tridents. That's kind of interesting. Yep. So we got that, and it's made in USA. The core. Yeah.
Okay.
So.
And then I picked up this flag. This is a new flag in the box. It's got the paperwork and everything, and it's from this company right here, which is pretty good. Annan and Company flag makers. Pretty decent. It is made in USA. It's better than your standard flag you see out there.
Yeah, most of them are like nylon or whatever now, or the cheaper ones. Yeah.
This is a book we've sold 3 times before.
Yeah, out in the little utility room, there were some totes with books in it, so I started digging. And this is the John Folse book that's pretty good, and they always have his signature in it. It's so crazy.
Every time.
Every time.
This one is definitely a little rougher than some of the other ones we've sold.
It's in very rough condition, so we're probably going to get half of what we normally sell them for.
Right, but for what we paid, for everything, we'll do fine on that.
This is also by John Folse. It's not as near as good as this. It's just an average book.
A lot of these cookbooks we're going to show y'all right now a lot of them are probably going to end up being lotware.
Yeah. Same thing with this. This is a restaurant in New Orleans. And then this is a steamboat New Orleans. So I figured maybe I could lot these 3 out or something like that, since they are hardcover. Lonnie found this. This is interesting.
Yeah, this is a 1973-74 phone book for Jamaica. I guess the whole island.
Yeah.
I just thought it was cool. I did look to see if Bob Marley was in here. I did find a Robert D. Marley in there. So I'm going to do a little more investigating. Not that even matters. Like, I don't even... Maybe it would, maybe it wouldn't. I just thought it was neat.
Yeah.
And we have sold phone books before. However, this is a foreign phone book. So I am not sure. We don't have much into it. So
right.
I just thought it was neat too.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool.
Yep. And then I have just some of our cookbooks. We know Roger's Light Cajun Cookbook. The Roger's cookbooks are always good. Always pick those up.
Let me see. Is it signed? I didn't even look. I just saw it on the shelf and I grabbed it. I didn't look to see if it was signed.
No.
Signed versus not signed, not a huge deal on these.
Sometimes, like on those, it's maybe another $5-10 or whatever.
Yeah.
Okay. And then these are just cookbooks we may end up just lotting together, putting in a lot.
We don't know. We haven't looked them up. Sop Choppy. River Road, Recipes 2 and 3.
Yep. They didn't have one. I was looking for one. They didn't have it. So. And then I got this Bratz doll here, new in the box. I did look this one up because they had some Barbies in the box, and they were more like your $15 Barbies. But I do know some of the Bratz stuff is pretty good, so I did look her up. I think she's about a $40 one.
Oh, that much?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I grabbed her.
All right. Well, cool. Let's put this stuff away. We got a lot more. Okay, this is my favorite part of the buy right here. It's all the car stuff.
Yeah.
So I saw this stuff and I started scooping it up, and some of it I'm sure is 100% like legit. Some of it we need to do a little research. So this is a Sky Chief gasoline sign, and it's dated down in the bottom right hand corner, 3/6/59. Made in USA over here. It doesn't feel like a cheap reproduction.
No, it's got like texture. Mm-hmm. Not like when you buy like flat, how it's flat, the newer signs, like, I don't know. I'm sure did we take them all? I don't know.
I took a lot of signs.
It does have texture, and you can see where it's enamel. See how it kind of chipped away up here?
It's also very I've seen though repops that can fool you, because if they were good repops that were like from the 70s, 80s, and they were hung in a garage or something like that, and they've got a little wear to them, and so I'm not saying, as of right now, I'm not saying this is legit, but I'm just not sure.
I think it's vintage. Don't know if it's vintage 1959.
Right. That's where I'm at too.
Yeah.
It is heavy, but it's not heavy.
The heavy advertising signs. It's
right.
not that kind of heavy.
Exactly.
Yeah, but it's also not your cheap, like this thin license plate,
Right.
Yeah.
Right. We're just not sure. We don't know anything about this sign other than what you see here. It doesn't, I don't know. I think it might be pretty good though. Yeah. Now this Rolls Royce sign,
that is heavy.
It's actually a little heavier duty than this. It's like, you can't tell, but it feels, it's metal.
It's like street sign material, like stop signs and stuff.
I don't know if y'all can see, but it's not thin, and it's metal, and it's pretty heavy, and it's very cool. I have no idea, you know, of course, how old it is or anything like that, but it's pretty neat. This,
we did try to find that. We couldn't find that exact one. The ones we found had like a race car number right here.
well, they were metal, first of all.
Yeah.
And this one is plastic, but to me, when I look at it, I don't know how old it is, but whenever I see this Posterloid Corporation, that doesn't look real modern to me either.
Right.
So I don't know if we're looking at something maybe from the 80s. I don't think it's any newer than the 80s, but I don't know if they were making stuff like this in 1964 either.
Right. I think that would have been metal back then.
I would think so, but I'm
Yeah.
not sure. So, yeah, we have a couple of things we're going to have to really take a hard look at.
This is like plexiglass material, almost like it was a
Lexan or something.
Yeah, like in a dealership, maybe like on something in front of the car.
And that's for a Bentley.
Yeah.
Turbo R.
Yeah.
And y'all could see. Yeah, we don't know if that was like displayed in front of like a classic car in the museum, or was it at a dealership, or what?
Yeah, it was just some kind of placard. And this is just like a Bentley Drivers Club, just, you know, a cheap license plate, vanity plate, yep. And
that's random.
Yeah, this is also...
It's metal, isn't it?
I can't tell.
Let me see. Yeah, it's metal.
It's weird, huh?
No, I think it's metal.
I don't know.
I think
it's a very...
Wait, you hear it?
Yeah. It kind of has that ding sound.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. Here, come here. Hold it.
Maybe it's the coating on it that makes it feel like plastic.
Yeah, I understand what you're saying.
It's not
magnetic, but that didn't mean anything, because it might be... If I had to guess, I would guess it's aluminum, a thin aluminum.
Yeah. Anyway, it's got mines on it.
Mines.
That's all we know.
That's all we know. What y'all are seeing, we haven't looked it up or nothing. I was grabbing all this stuff, and I'm like, that's interesting, and I put it with it.
This doesn't go in this box, we're pretty sure.
No, that's a Bentley.
That box might be worth something.
Wait, let me see what this is. Oh, you know what this is?
Is that a watch?
Paul's Model Art. Oh, this is a box for some type of collectible from 2004. Okay, I thought, but they had, that's a Bentley center wheel cap.
Yeah.
Yeah, we don't know if it's OEM or a repop or what.
Right.
But yeah, again, what you're looking at is what we know. Then we have a couple of Jag hood ornaments, and like that one's pretty heavy, huh?
Yeah, it's very heavy. It's like it's solid chrome metal, not chrome, solid wood. I don't know. I don't know what they would put this little one on. Look how little and cute. I wonder where that one is.
I don't know. It might have just been another model that had smaller hood ornament on it. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I don't know if this is a more modern. I almost dropped that. I don't know if this is a more modern one, or I mean, if it could be from an old car, or what. And look, they had it. You could tell they had it not like real professionally.
Well, they glued these on to make feet.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's interesting.
And then probably what I think is probably the best piece here. I did look this up just now. Just to try and figure out what it was. I mean, I know it's a Bentley hood ornament. I believe it's from the 1920s.
That's the style, the flying bee. Now we'll have to dive in to make sure it's not a repop or whatever.
I don't think so.
Yeah.
I don't think it is. But yeah, isn't that cool?
Yep.
That's really
Very cool.
Yeah, even the ones from the 30s are really, the ones from the 30s look way more modern. Like
the B is thicker, right?
Yeah, it's just a more modern style to it, and that's the older one there.
Yeah, it's so cool.
Yeah, it is. So yeah, isn't this stuff awesome? A lot of research, going to be a lot of research involved with this stuff, just to make sure we're presenting it for what it actually is, and not like overstating anything. Every time I look at this sign, I change my mind on my opinion. But
I think it's still going to have some value. Just don't know.
yeah, okay. Let's clear this off and get some more stuff. Okay, here's some more kind of dude stuff, huh?
Yeah, I guess some of it. These are horse bits. They look pretty vintage to me.
Yeah.
I don't know how old or like how you would be able to date them. This one is like, this is brass.
Yeah.
And then these look like just iron. But that looks like it was
Hammered out.
Yeah, look at that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This one looks a little more refined.
But it still looks old.
Yeah, it's definitely old though.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe it might have just been a better blacksmith that made it. Who knows? I don't know. But this
I'm
one
assuming they're
looks,
bits. Is that what you came up with?
Yeah, that's what I came up with.
Okay, because I don't know anything about horse stuff, so I'm not even gonna talk about. Okay, so a little brass elephant.
Yep.
There's no markings on that.
Somebody was in the group the other day saying, "Why is everybody buying brass? Is brass coming back or something like that?"
Yep.
Now that knife I found, it's Soligen, Germany. It's a Wurst. What is it
Here's
called?
the brand right there.
Ed Wusthof.
Yeah.
Soligen, and it has like this. So
we're not sure what the deal is. Like,
no, we're having trouble opening it. Like this is supposed to swing back.
you can see it kind of moves,
Yeah.
but it's not going all the way. So I don't know what these guards here, how to operate them, or
Maybe you have to press back.
yeah.
Maybe you know what that's probably what it is.
No, I tried all kind of things and I couldn't get it to.
But it's like a fold out knife with a huge blade on it.
Yeah, so basically you can just use it like that or fold it out, and then the blade, you can see it goes all the way to here.
Right.
Well, not the whole blade, but it's that long.
It does have some condition issues. Number one, we can't open it, at least not yet. And then number two, it's got a little chunk of the handle there, a little crack there. So it's definitely not perfect, but yeah, it was definitely worth picking up. And also the sheath.
The sheath is very cool.
Very fancy. Look at the bottom
Leather
there.
and some metal down here.
But the leather is torn right there. Yeah. So it's going to be a parts only piece. I would like to at least get it open though.
Yeah.
If we can.
Yep. All right, you got your little pin set here.
I didn't even. Yeah, I saw it. It looked fancy. And let me see one. And I'll read the name on it.
Here you go.
Okay. And let's see. This says manuscript. And then it's got all those, what do you call those, nubbins or something like that? See, it's...
Yeah, you can change out the different styles. I guess for calligraphy, maybe?
This says manuscript. No, it's not calligraphy. This is... maybe it is. Aren't these just fountain pens? Or
maybe, but I mean, with the different style tips, I would think that would be for calligraphy, maybe? I don't know.
It might be.
Don't know.
And, is that ink?
Looks like it should be.
So it takes ink cartridges.
Yeah.
It does. It also, it says, on here, it says manuscript, England, medium. So when I saw that it wasn't made in like Japan or China or something like that, which is probably pretty unlikely anyway. I don't know if that's worth anything or not though.
Yeah.
But
we have
a shot.
Just an LSU 2007 National Champs license plate.
Yep. And good old Polaroid.
Polaroid, yeah, those always sell pretty fast.
They weren't. Yeah, that's not a real fancy one or anything. Yeah. Just go ahead and force it.
I always get nervous doing that.
Okay.
I'm not going to.
All right. It is kind of a special.
See? It's like it doesn't want to go down. Oh, it always sounds like it's breaking.
I know. It definitely seems like
it's kind of sticky or something, huh?
No, it's fine. A lot. That's very common.
Okay.
This is interesting. I looked it up. Prices are all over the place, so I don't want to say. But that is like a radiation detector. So I guess that's R per hour? I don't know. Circuit check. It's got all these different things here. It's got a 0 thing, I guess, to zero out the meter. And if we take it out, man, it's super clean inside. Battery terminal here. I wonder, a NEDA type 13, NEDA type 13. I don't know if that's going to be like a D cell or if that's going to be some commercial type battery that people don't have access to. That is some super homemade looking traces on this circuit board. That's just old school. It's just an old thing. But I mean, that's some super thick traces. It looks really clean. As a matter of fact, look, there's it's got the schematic here. And it's actually got the original desiccant pack.
Yeah.
And I don't know who knows if they ever even use this thing or not.
Do you know about the age of this thing?
No.
It's made in Cleveland, Ohio.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
But man, how cool is that?
Yeah, it's a very unique piece. Yep.
I'm just watching the thing.
Put on your white suit and mask up and everything.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Prices are all over the place on that thing.
Yeah.
So I was curious. So I went ahead and looked up this thing and what it looks like to me. And this is just a guess. I guess everybody's going to sell this parts only, right? Like, it kind of goes without saying.
How can you test if it can detect radiation or not without actually?
Right.
Yeah.
So one thing that was interesting to me, this looks like it was never used, especially having the old desiccant pack in there. Mm-hmm. I feel like they would have taken that out if it would have been used, but maybe not. Yeah. But if you'll see, it says civil defense here, coal bore, civil defense, radiation meter, coal bore, civil defense. So to me, what I think this is just a guess. If you'll see that, that's an actual fallout shelter sign from back then. I wouldn't be shocked because they would stock the fallout shelters with like canned water and other ration, like foods and things like that. I wouldn't be surprised if they had one of these in every fallout shelter so they could like test. Like whenever they're ready to leave, they can bring this out to test to see if it's safe to go out yet or not.
Right, check the air quality.
That's what I'm thinking. But that's just a guess. And especially since there are so many of them that are in very similar condition to what we have here.
Yeah.
That I think that's likely because none of these look like tools that were used daily or anything.
Right.
You know, because they're probably from the 60s or something.
Man, the prices are all over the place, huh?
They are, but probably somewhere around $40 to $60, somewhere in that range.
Yeah.
Pretty neat though.
Okay, we have a
This is all Candace Pickins.
This is some of my Pickins. This is a Dresden, made in Germany with the little intricate lace skirt and stuff.
I thought it might be Yadro.
Yeah.
Man.
You can see it's got, I don't know what that company is, but it's got the Germany stamp on the bottom. And then some kind of artist signature is on there too. This is Fitz and Floyd. I forget which castle it is.
It's Russian, huh?
St. Basil's Cathedral, Russia. Yep. It's just a little teapot. And then I thought this was cool. It's a big candle, and I actually did a eBay Google image thing, and I found where somebody recently sold one for $50.
Now ours is burnt at the top.
It is burnt. I don't remember if theirs was or not, but they got $50 for it, and they said it's vintage from Knott's Berry Farms.
Okay.
Theirs actually had a little price sticker on the bottom, so I don't know if that was exclusive to Knott's Berry Farms or if that just happens to be where theirs was sold. It's heavy.
It's a heavy candle.
Yep. Lonnie found this.
Oh yeah, I did.
It's a little Tabasco
Pirogue.
serving Pirogue. It's got a place for your little bowl of dip.
Pirogue is like a Cajun canoe, by the way.
Yeah, it's probably for chips and dips, but you could put like boiled shrimp in here with your
crawfish
cocktail sauce.
Crawfish. Some people use, like in my family, Candace isn't acknowledging this because she doesn't like it, but in my family we always used, like my mother would always make like a dipping sauce for the crawfish tails. And then, so that's what I immediately thought of.
Yeah,
right
your little salt. It wouldn't hold very many crawfish is the only thing. So, but
no, it'd hold maybe a pound or something. You have to refill it every now and then.
Yep, we just thought that was cool. It's got the mosquito Tabasco logo.
Yeah.
Okay, I've got some. This is authentic vintage.
This is a heavy hitter here, we think.
Yeah, this piece here, you can see it's got like metal hammered onto it, and with this,
Oh, it's wood.
yeah, it's
I
wood,
didn't even know
but
that.
it's got this metal overlay. And I actually was able to quickly
at
look it up because they have the information on the back, the tribe and everything this came from.
Oh, look at that.
Yeah. So I thought that was some pretty good provenance
Wow.
there. Yeah. It's a very cool piece.
We see a lot of mask,
Yeah.
especially like
Just your, like, from, like, you can get them
from
like in
Mexico.
Cozumel and stuff.
Right.
You just carved wooden mask.
but that one's a little different.
This is special.
yeah, that one's really cool.
They had this hanging on the wall too. And it's not just like, it's got like wood cutouts on it. So I thought that was cool. And someone recently sold one just like this for $50. So, and then these are they have a tag on this one. That's how I knew what they were too. Zulu basket. If you look those up, you'll see. In fact, I saw a comp for one just like this. Recently sold for $125. And they're just little handmade baskets.
They seem like real high quality.
They are. They're very tightly woven. Like you can see I'm pushing on it, and yeah, they're very well done.
Looks like the kind of basket you'd stick a snake in.
Yeah. Yeah. So I'm excited to see what this stuff pans out to be. But overall, I think we did really good. We got a very eclectic mix of things today.
Yeah, and this is, I'm not going to say like I'm not going to say we necessarily prefer to sell this kind of stuff, because there are advantages to selling like transformers and brand new perfume and other things like that are easy to look up, don't require a lot of research. And have like a really known, good market or whatever.
Right.
This kind of stuff is more interesting.
It's more interesting. It can a lot of times bring more money, but also take longer to sell.
Right. And the research takes a little more time, but I think we did really well today.
Yeah, we have
a
few heavy hitters that I think.
Is that everything we bought?
That is, yep.
Okay. So yeah, all the stuff we showed y'all in this video was $400, and that beats the heck out of going to garage sales all day on a Saturday and spending around the same money and getting a lot less interesting stuff.
Right.
So that's why yesterday, when we knew that we had an opportunity to go do this, that's why we were like, okay, we're clearing the deck, we're waking up early, we're getting out here, we're getting to it, we're going to be over there on time. And once we get there, we're going to move very efficiently and quickly to get, because we were very fortunate on this particular pick because we had first run. And that's hard to do.
It is. Even for us, even though we get invited, we can't always get there first thing in the morning.
No, we can't.
These packages have to go out first.
Yeah.
So
yeah, it is 2/23. Our listing week has not been great.
We're going to get some of these heavy hitters listed to try to pull our number up and meet our goal for the month, huh?
Yeah, we're going to try. Oh, you listed this before we left, so you got a little bit listed there.
Yeah, a couple of things.
So it's, about 2:30 right now?
Yep.
Okay, I think we're going to go ahead and end the video for today, and we're going to put our heads down like we've been saying, and we're going to list and see what we can get done. And I think that's going to be it for this one. Thanks so much for watching, and we'll see y'all again very soon. Bye, y'all.
Bye.